Today, we're going to be looking at the top 5 products you want to consider buying for July 2024. Some of these products have been spoken about many times in my videos, and some of them are new ones that we're going to be looking at. These sets that we're going to talk about today are going to be on the rise as there are so many new sets coming out, such as Shredded Fable, Stellar Crown, and of course the Team Rocket set that they've been talking about for 2025. So with all these prints happening with these new sets, it really asks the question of if any of these sets that we're going to be talking about today are going to be reprinted or not. So let's kick it off and get it started with Twilight Masquerade. We will be going through, of course, a few products from both Scarlet and Violet and the Sword and Shield era. Obviously, the Sword and Shield era will probably not have any reprints. I am speaking about Scarlet and Violet when we speak about the reprints. So that being said, looking at Twilight Masquerade, this was about $104 about a month ago. Again, this set hasn't been out for that long. It's been out for about a month and a half or so. It was about $104, now is at $111. So we are starting to see some increase here with the Twilight Masquerade booster box, arguably the best set that has come out from the Scarlet and Violet era. Some people will probably give the opinion of Paldea Evolved being that, but of course don't forget that Paldea Evolved has been out for quite some time now, so that will be a more expensive set. But that being said, this set does have 2 of the top 10 most expensive cards in all of the Scarlet and Violet era. One of them being in the number 1 spot, which is the Greninja EX. So of course, this makes this booster box a little bit more sought after. Now again, this is your chance to get it at the MSRP kind of prices. I'm not even gonna look at what you can get it for because you can probably get this from your local retailer still for around, again, I'm looking at Canadian prices here when I say this, $150 or $145. So really and truly, this is the time to invest in this booster box because I do see it being one of the top out of all of the sets that come out from the Scarlet and Violet era. So again, something to consider. This is still currently at MSRP, so really consider this set out of all of the sets that have come out so far. Next up is the Lost Origin booster box. I did say I was going to look at a couple of products from the Sword and Shield era, and this is one of them. Reason being is this product was at a $224 mark, so that's the highest point it had in the last 3 months, and has dipped back down to $195. Of course, this product is not available at the Pokemon Center. You will have to pay that little premium price to get it now. There is not going to be any reprints on it. And here is a chance to pick this one up for about $25 to $30 less US right now. Of course, this set has one of the most sought after cards, the 3rd most expensive card in all of the Sword and Shield era. I know it was 2nd, but now is the 3rd, the Giratina V, the alternate art, the beautiful card. It is now ranked 3rd in all of Sword and Shield for the most expensive card. Now, looking at some of the recent sales for these Lost Origin booster boxes, you're looking at anywhere from around the $300 to $350 mark for a booster box. And if you were considering buying a case, it would cost you about $1,500 to $1,600 Canadian dollars. Again, I'm speaking in Canadian dollars when I say this, so you can do the math when you have a chance. But again, $1,600 for a sealed case and about $300 to $350 for a booster box, for a single booster box, that is. It's a little bit more expensive than what it's listed for on TCG. Again, if you do the math, it should be around $200, and if it's $195, let's say, should be around $270 or $280. This guy below looks like he paid about $60 to $70 more, including 40 bucks shipping or whatever. It's pretty insane, so just be careful for that. It's not worth that much, but again, those are the recent sales for the Lost Origin booster box. But again, something to consider buying right now as it has dipped in price a little bit. Next up is the Pokemon 151 Ultra Premium Collection box. Now, this one has had a little bit of a dip since we last spoke about it a few months back. It topped out at around $121 US and now is sitting at about $106. So again, it's had about a $15 or $16 decline. This product is still available at Costco for both the Canadian and the US side. So if we just look at here, the Canadian side, we're looking at about $129 Canadian. And again, it's usually free shipping for these if you have the membership. And then about $90 US in the United States, of course. So again, it's actually still a little bit cheaper than TCG Player here. So there is an opportunity here to invest in these products for less than what the market value is, or the TCG Player value is, that is. Again, I'm just gonna look at the Canadian and the US ones here because they are available still in Costco. Not too sure here if there is going to be a reprint or not with this one. Again, if there is, obviously price will drop. If there isn't, then you know what? The price will just increase. I personally don't think there is going to be one. And the reason being is that I know there was one for the Japanese one, but there's a reason why that happened for the Japanese one, right? The Japanese one, and I may have mentioned this before, they have the Master Ball rare reverse holo cards. They don't have that in the English set. So it's not something where you need to open 300 booster boxes, God forbid somebody actually does that, to try to pull all 151 of these Master Ball rares. It just doesn't exist in the English version. So naturally, my thought process is that you don't need to have a reprint of this. You can readily collect the entire set without having to go through too much sealed product or even just picking up singles or whatnot to finish it off. So again, I don't think there's going to be a reprint for the English version of 151. I could be completely wrong. Point I'm trying to make is this is a great product to pick up right now. Great cards, great set. Gen 1, can't go wrong. And for those of you who can't get it from Costco, I did do a quick look for you here. It is pretty pricey, about $200 and plus another $50 for shipping. It's pretty expensive. Check out your local retailers before you go on eBay for this one, because it's quite expensive for something that you can pick up for about $130 Canadian. You're paying almost double the price for it on eBay. So be very cautious with that one. I'm speaking to all of you guys out here, Canadians, Americans, and anybody else in Europe who would potentially buy this product. So just be careful with that. The next product we're gonna be looking at is the Paldea Evolved Booster Box. For me, this is a must buy. And I'm gonna be a little bit biased here and say that because I actually was able to pull the legendary, the SIR Magikarp in my last live stream, and I was super pumped. Again, all I did was open one booster box and I was able to get it. I did pick up a few of these booster boxes and I said, what the heck, I'll open one of them just to see if we can get the Magikarp, and we did. So the Magikarp is, of course, the second most expensive card in the Scarlet and Violet era, and of course, this set has been out for quite some time now. Again, looking at it from a Scarlet and Violet perspective, of course, about a year and a half or so. It is still at a relatively decent price, $128 US. Again, as Scarlet and Violet ages a little bit more, this booster box is going to go up because it has cards that are sought after big time, such as the Magikarp and Iono. So Paldea Evolved, no real news of a reprint coming out. It's been out for quite a bit now. I'm going to take a guess and say that this is probably not going to have a reprint. I could be totally wrong because, I mean, if it's gonna have one, the announcement's gotta be sooner rather than later because it's been out, again, for quite some time now. But again, I think this is a booster box that's gonna do really well in the future. Just looking at some of the recent sales on this one, again, you're looking around 170, 180 for one of these booster boxes. I picked up mine, about three of them for about $160. Again, I think I made a bit of a deal there because I was like, okay, give me three of them. And then, you know, the shipping was included as well, so it's not bad. I got it for a decent price. A case of this stuff is going for about $1,000 Canadian, which makes sense more or less. Again, a little bit of an older set. It's gonna be a little bit more pricey. Again, my opinion, this is one that you want to consider picking up right now. And the last product we're going to look at is Silver Tempest. And I solely chose this one because the booster box is still actually available at the Pokemon Center. We're looking at $163 US for this booster box, and you can actually pick it up for $186 Canadian from the Pokemon Center Canadian website, that is. So again, there's about a $20 difference there in CAD, but in reality, this product, after you convert it, is about $210, $220 Canadian. So you're saving about $30 or $40 buying this one from the Pokemon Center. And the fact that it's still available in the Pokemon Center is a opportunity. It's actually been on and off, at least that's how I saw it, but it's available right now. You can pick up 4 of them at one shot. And again, it's $186. The reason why I bring this up again is because it's a booster box that's available at MSRP, and it's a Sword and Shield era booster box. So again, if you are looking to have a bit more Sword and Shield in your pocket, this is one of them that I would consider buying. So for me, I went with the Paldea Evolved booster boxes, as well as some Twilight Masquerade. I already have some stock of the UPCs from the last time around, because again, this has been available at Costco for a little bit now. And I also stocked up a little bit on the Silver Tempest a couple months back as well. So again, more or less all of these products I'm super into. The only one that I only have actually a couple booster boxes of is Lost Origin. Unfortunately, I missed the train on that one. Maybe it was a good thing. We don't know what's gonna happen with it. I think it's gonna do well. At least I have a couple of them. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are on these products, if you'd be going for any of them, or if there are other sealed products that you're considering to buy right now. If you guys like this content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. My name's TRV, and we'll see you next time.